Hey, you guys, welcome back to this amazing interview that I have with Mr. Lawrence. He is a coach, fitness coach, and he's a raw vegan. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear this testimony, this lifestyle change that he has made. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence, Coach Lawrence, for coming on our channel. We appreciate you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. I'm really thankful to be here and to share my testimony with your audience.
Yes, yes, we are excited. So I like to start off by asking, how was your eating habits when you were a child?
Yeah, so my eating habits when I was a child, I actually grew up in a vegetarian household, but I had the option to either eat, vegetarian or meat as well, because only my immediate family was vegetarian, where my relatives were not, plant based essentially. So my eating habits were honestly on the poor side. I was partaking of the Happy Meals and eating anything and everything I wanted to, whether it be buffets or whatnot. And so when I was a kid, I had a good variety of healthy options, but I also ate terrible options as well.
Mhm. Okay, it sounds similar to how I ate as well. A lot of whole foods, which is weird. To I mean, it's weird, but it's normal. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Um, wow. So how did you get into becoming a raw vegan? Was you vegan, plant based? How did that journey start?
Excellent question. So I would say most of my young adult life, between the ages of like 20 to 30, I was pretty much severely overweight. We're talking 300 plus pounds. And at the age of around 30, my doctor made me aware that, I had type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And so I was kind of motivated to do something about it. So I actually researched some things online about juice fasting and the raw diet, the raw lifestyle.
Mhm.
So basically researched doing a 60-day juice fast. So for 50, actually, I did it in 55 days. I lost 50 pounds and, I felt amazing afterwards. After that, I basically went into eating raw fruits and vegetables because from the research I did, it was stated that whatever you basically juice, you should probably eat that shortly thereafter so that it helps with weight management and also helps with staying healthy as well. But I did that for about a year and I was really successful with that. I felt really good, but I was motivated by some friends to get into competitive bodybuilding. And so once I did that, I got linked up with a coach and he made my meal plan for me. It was about eating about 5 or 6 meals a day. And it wasn't plant based, it was meat, unfortunately. So I was eating top sirloin, tilapia, egg whites, eggs, all those things that supposedly help build your muscles for bodybuilding competitions. So for 4 years, I did bodybuilding competitions. I lost weight. I had a lot of muscles. I looked like an action figure, but honestly, I didn't feel good. I didn't have a lot of energy. I wasn't sleeping well. Yeah, I just felt worn down most of the time. One of the issues when I was doing bodybuilding would be I would prepare for a show. Not 9 months out of the year, I'd be weighing and measuring my food every day, working out twice a day. But after the bodybuilding show, I would essentially go out with my bodybuilding friends and eat pizza and eat all the things that aren't healthy for you. And so what would happen I would, you know, get down to 216 pounds and then I would go out and eat and it wouldn't stop. I'd just be eating. And about 2 weeks later, I might gain about 20 or 30 pounds. And that really mentally devastated me because, like I said, you go from looking like an action figure to looking like, in my mind, the Pillsbury Doughboy. And so for 4 years, I did that over and over and over again. And I kind of felt like I had an addiction to food at the time because I couldn't quite settle down as far as doing that negative repeated behavior of eating outside of my diet or whatnot. So I decided to quit bodybuilding and I just kind of like lived a normal life. But fast forward a little bit, probably about 6 years later, I had another physical with my doctor and she said, look, your numbers are severely elevated. You're getting a lot older now. You're 40 years old. You need to do something about it. And she recommended the plant-based diet. And I said to myself, I think now is the time to actually do what I'm supposed to do. Take immediate action, take extreme ownership. Because I had two young daughters at the time, who are 4 and 2, and with the dad being 40 years old, I'm not necessarily young. And my 50s and 60s are on the corner essentially. And, with like diabetes, you can have serious complications like organ failure, amputations. And I'm thinking one of these days I want to walk my daughters down the aisle. I still want to be able to go to the park and play with my kids. And I also need to be a good example to them as well. So when I was on the exam room table and she told me what my blood work was like, I said, look, I got to take immediate action right now. I had made up in my mind before I even left the room that I was going to basically take on the plant-based lifestyle. And I wasn't going to deviate from it because I love my family and I need to be around to take care of them. So I did my research when I got home. Dr. Sebi's a big motivation to me. So I started looking into the alkaline plant-based diet, and I started implementing those foods that I'll research on an everyday basis. And I didn't waver from it. I stuck to it every day consistently and added basically fitness into it as well. So after about 3 or 4 months, I got my blood work done. My blood sugars were down considerably. My cholesterol was probably down 150 points. Cholesterol wasn't the issue anymore. Blood pressure was normalized. And then, from time to time, I'll go back for another 3-month checkup to get it checked out to see how I was doing. And I was continuously losing weight through the whole process. And so at the 9-month mark of being in the lifestyle, I was basically able to get off all the medication I was on for diabetes, for high cholesterol and high blood pressure, because I was managing my health with my nutrition. And so as of today, I've lost probably about 63 pounds, no longer on medications. I'm thriving, and I'm actually helping other people to adopt sustainable lifestyles so they can live a healthy and happy life as well.
Wow, that's amazing journey, and to be on the other side. Wow, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. So you were a bodybuilder, and then you went to eating the meats and noticed your health changed.
Yes.
And then you was feeling tired. I'm just thinking about all the things that I experienced. Stuff you just said, stuff I experienced as well.
Yes.
I wasn't a bodybuilder, but I was gaining weight. But you were losing weight, eating meat and stuff like that. But your health was failing. I mean, that is amazing to see the transformation of you not then and now, to see your pictures as well. So, I mean, to hear it, it is amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel a lot better. And it's really night and day from the bodybuilding and the nutrition compared to now, because like I work out the same, but the only difference is I have a lot of energy now and I recover a lot quicker from my workouts. I can go run in the park. I can go work out in the gym, do the same workouts, but I'm not as sore the next day. And so it's really a huge parallel in how you feel compared to eating living food versus eating dead food, essentially.
Yes, and I must say you look amazing. You say you in your 40s?
Yeah, I'll be 42 in February 22nd.
Yeah, you look like you're in your 30s. So wow,
thank you so much.
Yes. So what? Okay, your energy. You did the plant-based, and then you transitioned to being raw vegan.
Correct. Yeah. So
what's the difference in how you felt with eating cooked foods and then how you feel now with eating raw foods?
Outstanding question. So when I ate cooked foods, honestly, I felt great in comparison to eating the sad American diet. Plenty of energy, had great clarity of mind, no brain fog. It gave me confidence. It really helped me level up in a lot of areas of my life. Probably about, I guess it's been almost 43 to 50 days now I've been raw. And really how that started was I decided to do a 30-day all fruit challenge, right? Essentially nothing but fruit for 30 days. I ate it in abundance and I really thrived on it. And I lost 25 pounds in 30 days. So I was really excited about that. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? I don't know. I feel amazing. I feel lighter. There is a difference between eating cooked vegan and eating raw vegan, essentially. And so I said, look, I want to keep this going. So I decided to start another challenge called 90-Day Challenge, Raising Your Standards. And so my goal for myself was establishing my why, kind of be realistic with my nutrition and my workout so it can be sustainable. I can do it for a long time. And then really for the day 1 to day 90, envision what I want to get out of this from day 1 to day 90 and really use that to fuel me every day on an everyday basis to stay motivated, right? So yeah, I feel a lot better. Today's day 15 of the challenge. And as of today, I got 75 more days left. And I decided I want to do fruit from today until day 90, which is 75 more days. And so I feel amazing, a lot of energy. It's able to sustain my lifestyle of working out, being a professional, going to work, and taking care of my family. So it's incredible. I couldn't say enough about it, really.
Wow. And like, how often do you work out as well? Like, because now you're eating, this, like even my husband, he used back in the days, 2009, I used to be like, you need to eat the raw foods and stuff. He's like, look, I need some food, because I'm out here, I gotta get in this work and I need some food. But now he eats plant-based and raw and all that.
Awesome.
And the energy, he runs around the people, but his energy is high and everything. So now I don't even know what was my question, but
how often do I work out?
Yes, how often do you work out? And you said your energy is high and everything, but how often do you work out?
So on average, probably 5 to 6 days a week. And so that consists of cardio. It's probably about maximum 30 minutes a day. It's on a treadmill or in the park. I really like running in the park because it's very tranquil, and I enjoy nature and the vibes of other people out there running as well. But I'm also in the gym, or I'm doing workouts at home, but primarily in the gym, isolating different body parts each day to break them down, kind of like a bodybuilding philosophy or style. And so that is usually anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes as well. So probably in the gym, maybe about an hour, 15 minutes, hour, 25 minutes at most. It doesn't really take much time to work out. As long as you have a good system and a good structure, you can really be in and out and still live a productive life in other areas of your life.
Wow, that sounds simple and easy. So do you start out, you get up early and get your workout in, or do you do it in the late part of the day?
Great question. So it really varies. So right now I work from home primarily. So I have the flexibility of kind of going and coming as I please. So right now it might be on my lunch break. I might just say, I'm gonna head down to the park. Like yesterday, I'm in Houston, Texas. So it's probably 65 degrees. And so I take advantage of it. I went out, ran about 3 miles, and then I headed home and got back to work. But if there's a time crunch or if I have something else to do, I'll get up early in the morning and then invest that time in myself first thing, just so I can feel good throughout the rest of the day. So I would say primarily it's probably during the day, unless I have other deadlines, and I'll do it first thing in the morning.
Oh, I like that, because for me it works better. Like today I did some workout, in the midst of all the stuff I'm doing. And my mind, I'd have to get my mind present here because I'm still running around doing things. So please forgive me.
You did a great job. Thank you.
But yes, I like that part, because sometimes you don't have time to go and work out first. Because I always hit the floor doing things all the time. I don't get up and chill. I have to get up and start doing things in the house and the business and stuff like that. So it's always not feasible for me to do it first thing. And because some people like, you have to get up and do it, but I can't all the time,
Exactly.
So I like that. Yes. But I mean, I know this is about you, but I want to I want to just put a little pin right here. But I just experienced for the last maybe 2 months of eating cooked foods, and I've seen a big difference in my body. Like raw foods for me is like life. I mean,
Yes.
it's everything, and I see a big difference. A big difference. Period. I mean, there's so many things that's going on outside, with a lot of people with this and that. But what I've learned is that you have to listen to your body. So have you seen any changes health-wise once you start eating the raw foods?
Fantastic question. I was actually, when you're saying that, having that conversation, I had some things in my mind just kind of whirling around. But yeah, actually during the holidays, Christmas holidays, my family actually got the flu. And so they're actually not completely plant-based, but they are incorporating some different options based on me inspiring them. But long story short, my kids and my wife had the flu. And so they were sick, I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks maybe, whereas I didn't get the flu at all. I'm in the same environment, and I was thriving. But during that time, I was also eating fruit primarily, 30 days of fruit. So that was one of the benefits. My immune system was very strong at the time, and I haven't been sick, honestly, since I adopted this lifestyle, except for once where I had a cold maybe for a couple of days, and I recovered very quickly. So that's been a big health benefit. Other health benefits have been, like I said, my blood sugars have been amazing. Like I used to have basically terrible blood sugars and stuff like that. So like I just checked my blood sugar the other morning. I had blood sugar of like 76, and then one morning I decided to experiment. I ate some fruit in the morning, 10 mandarin oranges essentially, and then my blood sugar was about 86. And so, I've completely reversed my diabetes on this lifestyle. When I go get checked up, checking my blood pressure checked, it's normal. And so it's a huge blessing to just, all I have to do is partake in this raw lifestyle. And that is my medicine. And I can live and thrive and not worry about getting sick on a regular basis, or, this is also preventative for diseases as well. So I don't have to really worry about, will I get cancers or these other things, because I'm taking care of myself with these foods. There's chances it may happen, but I'm actually, taking extreme ownership and preparing for I'm investing in my future self on a daily basis so that hopefully I can stay away from these kind of nasty diseases that can destroy families.
Yes. Wow. You are so motivating, and thank you for sharing that with us. So thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And do you do any coaching? And I want to also let people know I have your link down in the description down below, so you guys can connect with him on Instagram. So do you do any coaching, and how does it work if you do coaching?
Absolutely. So I do one-on-one coaching, and I also do coaching inside my Facebook private group called Leaf Life Transformations Vegan and Fitness Accountability Group. So within this group, I basically motivate people to adopt a vegan lifestyle, make it sustainable for them. Everybody's on different levels. Some people are meat eaters, some people are vegan, some people are raw vegan. But what happens is when they join the group, I provide education to them, I provide Q&A answer times where I go live and I answer everyone's questions. Right now we're doing a challenge. We're doing a 90-day challenge called Raising Your Standards. And so everybody has the opportunity to identify their why, come up with sustainable workouts and nutrition that works for them, and also envision where they're going to be from day 1 to day 90, so that every day when they wake up, they have a purpose of, this is what I want to accomplish, this is why. And then we also interact on a daily basis within the group, which allows us all to support each other, motivate each other, and keep each other accountable. And so I've found that, and when I started out, accountability was everything for me. And so I try to provide example, accountability, and coaching to people to help them level up their commitment, because a lot of people, they don't have the education to know what to eat. And so what I do is I bring the education to them. I meet people where they are so that they also can be successful and live a life of abundance. That's my goal and my passion currently. And then in addition to my private group, I also offer one-on-one coaching, basically where I meet with people once or twice a week via Zoom calls or phone calls. And I also prepare plans for people, basically share my transformational journey. I have systems that will help people basically transition from sad American to raw or raw vegan. And it's been really successful for a lot of my clients. And I'm really proud to do that work.
Wow. Wow, that's great, great, great. You guys got to hook up with Coach Lawrence. Thank you for sharing that as well.
My pleasure.
Thank you, thank you. So have you heard of any misconceptions of the way you eat? Have you experienced that with anyone?
Yeah, so a misconception is, how do you get your protein? And so, I didn't know how to get my protein until I got into the lifestyle and did my research. And, there's a misconception that you need to eat 1 gram of protein per body weight. And I don't eat that much protein, to be honest with you, in general. I mean, when I was doing like the bodybuilding, like workouts, when I became plant-based, my ratio of macronutrients was like 60% carbohydrates, 20% fats, and 20% proteins. And that protein ratio is a lot less than what America deems fit, eating basically animal products. Mm-hmm. And so I've proven over time with my physique now that you don't need a surplus of protein to build muscles. What you need to have is a good variety, I believe, of plant-based food to help fuel your body and provide yourself with nutrients. And I think if you have a good variety And over time, if you work out consistently, you can gain the muscle or earn the muscle that you want. But I think variety is key. So I think that's a misconception.
Yes, yes. So just if you have maybe a couple, because I know you do coaching and everybody, you have to tailor to their needs, but what are some of the things you use for protein, for your protein?
Absolutely. So if you're whole plant based, I like to eat chickpeas. I like to eat lentils. I like quinoa. I like kale. I also like organic plant based protein powder. That's something I supplement with when I drink smoothies and things like that. So those are just a few examples of whole plant based proteins that are very nourishing and provide protein as well.
Yes. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, what makes Coach Lawrence excited about what he eats?
Man, that's a wonderful question. So I'm just excited about what I eat just because of how it makes me feel.
Mhm.
It's something I preach about and I tell my family about, my friends about. Like, I feel like I'm an advocate for the nutrition that I eat because I don't think it's about it being overly delicious or overly sexy. I just think for me, I eat very simple. Like right now, I just had a big bowl of mixed berries, cherries, strawberries, blueberries, and then I'll probably eat some avocado later and maybe some sprouts and things like that. But for me, it makes you feel amazing. It makes you feel good. It allows you to function on an everyday basis with plenty of energy, great clarity of mind, no brain fog, and it gives you confidence and helps you just basically accomplish your dreams. Like I never thought I'd be a coach. I never thought I'd be helping people on a daily basis. I always was the quiet guy, introverted, like to basically sit on the sidelines and observe. But this has allowed me to step out of my shell and basically share my testimony and be a witness to this outstanding lifestyle, what it can do for you. And so, like I said, I think this nutrition, the diet, the lifestyle has unlimited potential for where you could go. And I think if you just partake in it, if you're consistent with it and you execute at a high level, the sky is the limit for anybody that partakes of it.
Yes. The word that I took on last week was being consistent, and that is the key.
Yeah.
Being consistent in whatever I do is where I'm gonna see the results. So thank you for that confirmation that
Yep.
we're consistent. Yes.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Now I know you just shared what just had today, but on a typical day, like what do you like? What would be your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or snacks, or do you have any snacks?
So I don't really eat snacks. I just eat abundance of the good stuff. So like usually I wake up, I have about maybe 10 to 12 mandarins just because those are like one of my favorite fruits right now. So
Mhm.
I'll dive into that, very delicious, juicy, hydrating. And then maybe an hour or whenever my body tells me kind of intuitively, I might get some apples. And so that might mean I might eat 3 or 4, chop them up, put them in my bowl, keep working, keep being productive, but enjoy my fruit as well. And then I might partake in a bowl of grapes. Later on, it might be 3 cups of berries. I might thaw them out. I usually get like frozen berries, right? Or
Mhm.
cherries. And so I might get the cherries out, chop up some bananas and put in it. But for me, it's like I always feel my best when I eat more of the raw foods. I think sometimes people, they don't eat enough, and so they don't feel like they have enough energy that will sustain their lifestyle. For me, my advice is always eat that in abundance. The more you eat, the better you feel. And then another tip is sometimes people get stressed out and they're like, man, I don't know what to do. And sometimes people are stress eaters. And so I always say, reach for the good stuff instead of reaching for the processed stuff or let's say a vegetarian Whopper or something. Reach for the grapes. Reach for the things that you eat on an everyday basis because that's not going to sabotage your results. You're not going to gain like a lot of water weight, inflammation, or just you're not going to get that sodium pump, which is going to it's going to mess up your health and it's going to raise your weight as well. And it's going to mess up your confidence. And we also know that those kind of foods have the salt, which salt is kind of addictive. When people eat salt and sugars, it sends a signal to your brain that makes you want to overconsume and keep going. And that's a slippery slope and a dangerous slope at that. But reach for the good stuff. But yeah, every day it's really abundance of fruit right now, and avocados, which is a fruit. And I feel really good with that. And like I said, the best advice I can give someone is eat that in abundance because the more you eat it, the better you're going to feel.
Mhm. So I hear you don't eat. Okay, it's time for breakfast. Then it's time for lunch. No, you eat intuitive. You when your body says, okay, it's time to eat. you, you're not looking at your watch and watching the time. You're just listening to your body.
Exactly. Because I mean, I work upstairs in my home office, and so I just go down to the fruit pantry and whatever I want, I just get it and come back up to my office and enjoy it. It's just that easy for me.
Yes. I'm here in Miami, so right now papayas and
Mm,
sapote. I don't know if you know about the tropical fruits, but yeah, we have a lot of that going on right
mm.
now. So when we finish, because all I had is a banana, we're running. This is my problem. I
Mm,
know this is my problem. I'm not eating enough food. If
yes,
I'm
yes,
grabbing a banana too because I got an interview, or I got homeschool, I got just a whole lot of things I'm doing.
yes.
I need to eat, and I know I'm gotta be consistent with that.
Yeah, definitely. And something I like to do is I like to bring my food with me. It's like
Yes.
if they went to Woodson Park, I take a whole bag of mandarins with me because I knew after that workout I'm gonna be a little hungry, and it's a good 30 minutes from where I live at. So
Mhm.
I actually finished off a whole bag of mandarins before I got home, just because I needed that fuel. Because you have to eat that stuff in abundance. The calories aren't very high, and so if you're gonna thrive on that, the more you eat, the better you feel.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thanks for sharing those tips and everything.
Yes.
So, you're young and vibrant, and you're gonna help the world because we need you and all the people that's doing this work. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Coach Lawrence. But what is the legacy that you would like to leave behind?
Wow. Fantastic question. A legacy I want to leave behind is to take care of your health, because your health is your wealth. And how do you do that? I think it's partaking in a plant-based lifestyle. So I want to leave the legacy to my kids and to my family, my extended family, my friends, my associates, to adopt this lifestyle, because this can really change the trajectory of your life. A lot of people are getting sick way too soon in life.
Yes.
And what happens is that stops people from being productive and taking care of their families. And so I don't want to see anybody die prematurely because they didn't take care of their life. I don't want to see anybody not be able to take care of their families because they're out of work. Legacy I want to leave is for people to take extreme ownership and take this very seriously. Take this as seriously as I have to show up to work, but I have to show up to take care of myself. I want people to be obsessed with the process and let this be really a part of them. When they wake up in the morning, have a plan of what they're going to do with this plant-based stuff, and don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends, your associates, share it with the world, because this is, I think, of utmost importance in my life, and I want everybody else to take on that same mindset.
Yes, yes. Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't like to say do you have any last remarks, but do you have any um before I get to that, before I get to that question, how was your sleep?
Great question. So my sleep is wonderful. Actually, when I first started adopting this lifestyle, I realized that I was actually sleeping less, but I felt like I was rested as if I slept 7 or 8 hours. And so my sleep is really good. And I also stopped eating at a certain time. I stopped eating like around 6 p.m. so
Mhm.
that when I'm asleep, my body isn't trying to digest the food. I'm actually resting. So my sleep now, compared to when I was eating a sad American diet, is so much better. And my rest is more restful. Yes.
Mhm. Wow, that's good. I thought about that because of the fruits, and my little one, she likes to find out, do people have problems sleeping when they're eating a lot of fruits? So that's good to know. But I notice with me, I sleep better. When I eat a lot of fruits, it's night and day, night and day. So, and I love because I only used to get 4 hours of sleep, and that wasn't good. But now that for the last year, is
Yes.
when I've been getting like 7 hours of sleep. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. And I'll be ready to go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed. Please don't disturb me. And I mean, now, because I used to be up, looking at the ceiling, but now I get my sleep and I feel so much better. It's when I
Mm,
eat fruits with my salads and stuff like that. So
Amazing. I love it.
yes, and you mentioned about salt, and yeah, that's something I've worked on this week, cutting
Thanks.
out salt, or making very little, eating very little of it. So wow.
Yeah, I would say that's a game changer. Literally, I always recommend my clients stay away from the salt, stay away from the sugars, and also stay away from some of the oils because that has saturated fats in it. And the sugar and the salt are kind of like drugs, essentially. Like I said, they
Yeah.
send signals to your brain, and you're wired to keep on wanting it no matter how much you eat. It's like you can't just have one chip; you want the whole bag, or you can't have one French fry from McDonald's. You want all the French fries. But when you're eating Whole Foods that aren't seasoned with those kind of things, you eat enough, your body feels nourished, you walk away from it. So what happens when you eliminate those things, you have better control of your weight management, you have better control of your health, and it's just a healthier lifestyle altogether. There's plenty of seasons that you can use that don't have those kind of let's say that doesn't have those ingredients. So choose those. That's really going to be a game changer to help you with your goals when it comes to health and well-being.
Yes. And thank you. Thank you. I mean, he's just doing a lot of confirmation for me. And I know you're going to be you are helping a lot of people. So thank you so much. You guys got to check him out. He be out there running on the park and stuff like that, sharing, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you and your work. Do you have any remarks that you would like to share with us? Final result. I mean, remarks. Oh my God, please forgive me. I'm just always. But yes, do you have any final result?
Yeah, I guess I would just end it saying, your health is your wealth. I know that it's difficult. I've been doing this for about a year now, but it's become my passion and my life mission. But if you're new to this lifestyle, just take it one day at a time. Have grace with yourself because this is a marathon and not a race. There's gonna be days you slip up. Doesn't matter how long you've been in this lifestyle or how short you've been in this lifestyle. We're all gonna mess up. But what makes the ones that are successful are the ones who it's either the next day or the next meal they get back to eating that nourishing plant-based food, which is going to sustain them. That if you get right back on it, you're not going to be eating those sugars and the salts that are addictive and that are going to make you want it even more as far as that American diet or just the plant-based diet food in general. So keep going, do your research, be consistent, remember your why, and surround yourself with a group of like-minded people who can hold you accountable. If you need support, you need help, come join me at Leaf Life Transformations Vegan and Fitness Accountability Group. Be happy to help you. I'm in there on a regular everyday basis. There's other like-minded people in there who can provide you with education and support and love on you and basically provide a bridge to get you from where you're at now to the next level so you can make this lifestyle sustainable. So never give up. Never give up. That's my best advice. Keep going and do the best you can. If you're doing the best you can, that's all you can ask for. So those are a few tips I have for you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Coach Lawrence, for sharing your testimony. We appreciate you and your time. It's an amazing journey that you have, when you're on the other side, and it's beautiful. So thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. 1,000 roses to you. Love yourself first because you are worth it. Peace.
Peace.